Sonic's Green Hills Adventures Season 2 Chapter 17 The Possession Part 2. Dr. Robotnik found Longclaw, Mandy, and even Rachel since they went to Rachel's house to hide with his drones. The three were forced to cooperate with him and they went back to Tamisra's base.
It's a good thing you cooperated because Tamisra has your daughter Jojo at her mercy.
Dr. Robotnik said with dark enthusiasm. This made Rachel gasp in horror.
She won't see the light of day if she lays a single hand on my little girl.
Rachel spat furiously.
Calm down, Rachel, it's going to be okay. You are just gonna have to trust me.
Maddie said to soothe her sister right as they arrived at Tamisra's base. Meanwhile, within he was gathering all his battle weapons in his pack.
Oh, Tamisra, you will pay for putting another innocent person through this torture.
Sim said as he was doing this, he was so ready to avenge his girlfriend's death. Finally, he was ready and headed to Tamisra's base. Marina's point of view.
10 minutes of driving later, we arrived at Tamisra's base.
Look, we beat Sonic here.
Dib announced as he was already peeking through the window. Who do you see in there, Dib? I asked quietly.
The only one missing is Dr. Robotnik.
Dib said seriously. This made me worried as I realized something. Tom, where's Maddie's Shadow and Longclaw? I asked him nervously. That's when Dib gasped, getting our attention. I was pulling us towards a bush within seconds. Then we saw Dr. Robotnik walk up to the base with his egg snapped around surrounding Maddie, Longclaw, and Rachel. Once they were inside the base, I turned to Tom. Do you know where Shadow is right now? I asked hopefully.
I was fighting an outpossessed Sonic at the time I left to find you guys.
Tom replied reassuringly as one could with this setup.
Tamisra's point of view.
I looked out the window for only a moment and saw Dib's big head. Veronica and Jade, they are here, so sneak up on them and bring them in here. I told Jade and Veronica seriously.
Yes, Master.
Jade and Veronica replied in sync.
Jade's point of view.
As we made our way to the front door, I hushed Veronica and grabbed a frying pan from the kitchen that happened to be on the way to the door. Then we used our stealth skills to sneak up on them. Then I knocked them out with the frying pan. With Veronica's help, we brought them before Tamisra.
Shadow's point of view.
Possessed Sonic finally arrived at Tamisra's base. So I carefully entered the base with him. Then I realized it was a trap. I saw all of our family, Marina, and Dib chained to the wall next to Jojo.
Oh, well, look who decided to join the party.
Tamisra said playfully as I got into a fighting stance. You sick scum. Release them now, I demanded seriously.
Nice try, my pathetic brother. I let you off easy last time. Now prepare to die.
Possessed Sonic declared right before we heard someone barge into the room.
Sim rushed into the room and aimed his weapon at Tamisra before anyone could do or say anything.
You paid for what you did to my beloved sapper at long last.
Sim declared harshly.
Lay a hand on me and they'll die. It's a safety mechanism I put into Sonic's doppelganger's mind.
Tamisra said victoriously as she gestured to Sonic's loved ones.
Oh, I don't think so, Tamisra. Sim helped Marina. I stole Sonic.
Shadow said seriously as he began to tackle Sonic to the ground. Shadow's point of view.
Once I had Sonic pinned to the ground, Sim aimed his weapon at the chains holding Marina to the wall. However, Sonic was still physically stronger than me while like this, so he threw me off with ease. Sonic, please don't do this, it's me, your brother. The same brother who helped you back at gun headquarters, remember? I said, thinking if I talked to Sonic, I could get through to him just enough to give Marina the chance to kiss him without getting hurt in the process.
Sonic's point of view.
The moment I heard Shadow's comforting voice, my eyes fluttered open slowly. Shadow. As my vision cleared, I was still trapped by the vines. I then saw an eyeball-shaped screen in front of me. It was showing me what my doppelganger was seeing while in control of my body. I knew I had to fight the vines as I remembered what the doppelganger was planning to do first, and I refused to let that happen.
I know you don't weak yourself. I am in control of our body.
The doppelganger said in frustration. You want to talk, Faker? This wasn't our body, it is mine and mine alone. I said confidently.
Marina finally made it over to Sonic.
Sorry, guys. I may have given the doppelganger too much strength, but I forced myself to set him free, and I can't hold him back for much longer.
Sonic screamed as his eyes kept switching from the doppelgangers to Sonic's normal ones.
Shadow, what did we do?
Marina asked as tears fell from her eyes.
You have to get through to him. Love is his only hope, and that's you. It worked temporarily when you first kissed him.
Shadow replied enthusiastically. Then Shadow went to distract Dr. Robotnik. Zim freed Longclaw and she went to help Shadow. Then Zim freed the others. Zim left to fight Tamisra. The others went to take care of Jade and Veronica. Marina's point of view.
I had a strong feeling I'd need to tell him how I feel in full detail this time if I wanted to get through to the one I love. So I nodded, took a deep breath, and walked over to Sonic. Sonic, I've lived you since the incident with Gun Headquarters. The moment you were taken away was the scariest moment in my life. I realized I don't know where I'd be without you. I never want to lose you like that again.
Please come back to me, I love you, I said as tears waterfall down my face.
I was afraid that deep down I had already lost him.
Oh, Marina?
Sonic said with tears in his eyes too. I could tell he was losing control again, so as quickly as I could I kissed him with all the love in my heart. Once I ended the kiss, Sonic fell to his knees holding his head in pain.
Sonic's point of view.
I felt my strength giving out when suddenly the vines disappeared. Yes, now to destroy you, Doppelganger, I said as I marched towards the Doppelganger in full rage, for he tried to hurt the ones I love, and that is unforgivable.
What? No? This can't be happening.
The Doppelganger screamed desperately in denial. Then I spin dashed him like no tomorrow. That's when I opened my eyes to see my beloved Marina hugging me.
Sonic, thank goodness you're back.
Marina said tearfully as I hugged her back. Don't worry, Marina, thanks to you, it's over. I said as we ended the hug, and I wiped her tears away.
Sonic, look, the scars and symbol are gone. You really are cured.
Marina pointed out excitedly as I looked down and saw that she was right.
No, that's impossible.
Tamisra screamed furiously as she looked and saw I was back to normal. Well, it's not over quite yet. Time for some payback, I said as I got into a fighting stance and activated my lighting form.
Sonic then remembered about the blood contract.
Where's that blood contract, Tamisra?
Sonic demanded furiously.
It's right here.
Tamisra said as she showed it to Sonic with a confident look on her face. Then Sonic used the lighting in his body to destroy it. That made the symbol on Jade Veronica. Dr. Robotnik's palms disappear. Then Tom took the opportunity to handcuff the twisted teenagers.
You're going to jail for a long time.
Tom said aggressively. Meanwhile, with Shadow and Longclaw, they had destroyed all the egg drones and had Dr. Robotnik in a corner.
It's over, Dr. Robotnik. No one messes with my little brother.
Shadow declared coldly.
Wait, you and Sonic are brothers.
Dr. Robotnik asked in shock.
Well, adoptive, but yes, and you should never pick a fight with me, for I'm the ultimate life form.
Shadow replied confidently and then proceeded to knock him out. Then they hurried over to the others. With her minions taken care of, it was time to bring down Tamisra herself.